So, week one is officially in the books, and it was a very surprising week. Um, a lot of my predictions didn't quite go as I had expected, but enough of them did. I kept a winning percentage, so, you know, there's that. For the games that mattered this week, Charlotte at Louisville. Louisville had a phenomenal week. Their quarterback scored 8 total touchdowns in the first half. I don't even think he played in the second half. They romped all over Charlotte, won it 70-14. Then the first one on the list that was really surprising, Appalachian State at number 9 Tennessee. Tennessee struggled with this game, and while I still got the outcome right, they had to go to overtime to beat Appalachian State 20-13, and it cost them in the rankings. Tennessee fell from number 9 all the way down to, I believe, like 17 or 16 or something like that. Then there was Furman at Michigan State. Michigan State actually kind of struggled in this game. They won it 28-13, and that's a lot closer than you would want number 12 to be against a non-FBS team. Baylor completely destroyed Northwestern State, not really a surprise there. Michigan and Ohio State both rolled through their opponents. Stanford had a close fight, as I kind of expected from Kansas State. They won it 26-13, but it was a hard-fought win, and it was a very close game. It was very fun to watch. Next was the first game I actually got wrong in this list. Oklahoma versus Houston. Now, I thought Houston was going to hang in it for the whole game, that it was going to be close up until the end. I did not actually expect Houston to win, and not only win, but win by 10 points. Oklahoma just wasn't prepared for what Houston had to give them. Washington beat up on Rutgers. Oklahoma State beat up on their non-FBS team. Iowa manhandled Miami of Ohio. Then for the next two on the list, I got both of these wrong, actually. UCLA at Texas A&M. I did not expect Texas A&M to come out and play the way they did. However, you got to give UCLA credit. They were down coming into the fourth quarter 24-9. They were down by 15 points, and they managed to tie it at the end of the game and take the game into overtime. However, after Texas A&M scored on the first possession, UCLA managed to not score a touchdown or any points. So Texas A&M walks away with the 31-24 victory in overtime. Next was LSU versus Wisconsin. This game was played at Lambeau Field. First time a college game has been played at Lambeau since, I believe, 1980. It's been a long time. LSU, I thought, was in for a tough fight, but they should win this one. Wisconsin surprised a lot of people. I knew they could pull an upset, but I didn't really think they would enough to predict it. So Wisconsin comes away with the 16-14 win, and on more bad news for LSU, Leonard Fournette did leave the game. So I haven't heard any news on whether he's healthy or not, but yeah, not good news for LSU. Oregon beat UC Davis, had a bit of troubles on defense, let up a few too many points, but you know, it's Oregon, they tend to do that. Next was number 18 Georgia at number 22 North Carolina. I'd picked Georgia to win this one, and they did. They actually came from behind to win it late in the game. So, you know, it's a very, very, very fun game there. Florida beat UMass. Now there's number 20 USC versus number 1 Alabama. I had said in my video, which actually I don't think posted, so, there's that. But USC, I had thought, would keep it somewhat close. Maybe not, like, hugely close, but they'd hang it with it for the first half, and then probably would fall behind. I did not expect them to get demolished and demoralized 52-6. Alabama just had their way. Next, TCU actually played South Dakota State. And while TCU put up, I believe, something like 53 points, they let South Dakota score something like 40, somewhere in the 40 range. That's not good. You don't want number 13 letting a non-FBS team score 40-something points on them. That's not a good defense. Next was the Clemson at Auburn game. I really believed Auburn was going to keep this one close, and they really did. Clemson won it 19-13. It's a 6-point win. It could have been a little bit more. It could have been a 9-point win had they kicked the field goal at the end, but they decided not to kick the field goal and go for it. Questionable choice in my opinion, but hey, it is what it is. And it is Auburn we're talking about. They have returned field goals for touchdowns before. That one was a really fun game. Clemson pulls out the win. Gets their season started off on the right foot. I think they're gonna repeat to the national championship. It should be fun. Next was the really surprising for a lot of people, but I honestly had picked Notre Dame to win this game. But Texas, I knew, would keep it a lot closer. It was going to be much closer than last year. And this Texas team proved they are not the same Texas team that Notre Dame destroyed the season before. This season opener was in Texas, and Texas made themselves known. It went to double overtime. These teams were really close. It went to double overtime, and the final score of 50-47 was a hard-fought victory for the Texas Longhorns, and it jumped them from unranked to the number 11 spot, and dropped Notre Dame from number 10 down to number 18. Ole Miss, the final one was Ole Miss versus number 4 Florida State. I had actually picked Ole Miss to win this game, and had they played the second half like they played the first half, they would have. But they fell apart in the second half, and Florida State claimed a 45-34 win. So of those 21 games that I had put on my games that matter list this week, I got 16 of them right. So I came out with a 76.2% correct rate, which is not the best. I want it to be a little higher, but people keep telling me that's really good, but I'm a perfectionist, what can I say? So, thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys next time. I should be posting videos soon for my predictions for week 2 in the games that matter. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you soon.